Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends Series Box Build-A-Figure Waves Psylocke from the Outback X-Men. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, we've got Marvel print, some tape, the peg hook, hooky hook thing. On the front, Marvel Legends Series warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole if they don't belong there. Build-A-Figure, Marvel's box. And then we have a nice big window showcasing most of the figure and her accessories. Psylocke, Marvel. 4 and up, there's the assortment number if you need that kind of thing. Marvel print on the bottom. Small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, Marvel Legends Series Psylocke. And there she is, getting psychically busy. And on this side, Psylocke, and there she is, getting psychically busy again. Marvel Legends Series at the bottom. And on the back, got that nice artwork. It's this from the side. It might be, no, it's not the same as that. So it is different on each side, but this corresponds with this. So, Marvel Legends Series Psylocke. After the X-Men relocate to the Australian outback, mutant telepath Betsy Braddock exchanges her old Psylocke costume for a more protective suit of armor. Yes, she did. And then here it is again in some other languages. Here is the completed Build-A-Figure wave with numbers corresponding to the cross sale to tell you which part comes with which figure. And we've got Ultimate Wolverine that comes with nothing. U.S. Agent from Force Works comes with the first piece, or piece number 1. Number 2 comes with Lady Deadpool. Number 3 comes with this figure, Psylocke. Number 4 comes with Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes. Number 5 comes with Dark Avengers Hawkeye. And number 6 comes with Marina. Each sold separately, subject to availability. Warning, attention, Octoon, don't stick things in any language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Attention, especially don't stick things in your French pie hole that do not belong there. Includes figure and 4 accessories, Marvel print, Hasbro print, and small fine legalese made in China print. That, my friends, completes a quick look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and her accessories. And first up, we have the box Build-A-Figure piece, which is one of the legs. Which one is it? Right leg, because it says right there. So, you know, I mean, it looks nice. Not a Build-A-Figure I'm looking to complete. Next up, she does have an extra set of hands. They're on in and out hinges. Nice coloring to them. A little bit of molded detail. Did I mention in and out hinges? And they are hands that we have seen before. They're like the casting hands, I guess, if that's what you want to call them. And this one, it's a little bit different than the other hand. But other than that, pretty much the same. Then we have her psychic power butterfly. I think I've heard it called a butterfly before. And it looks pretty good. If only it worked as easily as it looked good. And we'll get to that in a minute. Now let's take a look at the figure herself. And I have to say, overall, I think this is a good looking figure. I think it has the nice silhouette of armored outback Psylocke. The face, to me, it looks a little off. But personally, when I think of Psylocke, I think of the Alan Davis artwork, especially the older stuff. And I know I don't think he really drew Betsy in this uniform, at least not that I remember. But I don't know, just something about the face, just it doesn't scream Psylocke at me. And it's not because it's not the Quanon version of her, although, you know, that being the most popular and most visible version in modern stuff. But, you know, it's just that it doesn't look like the Alan Davis artwork, but it's really nice looking. Look at the eyes, the lips, the teeth. So it's very good looking. Even like she's got like, I don't know, stylish mascara going on or something. I don't know. But the armor shoulder pieces have the strap and the arm is pinned through them, so that's good. It moves around with it. The cape is glued on right here, which sucks. But I mean, it's good that it keeps it in place, but if you're wanting to replace it with a better soft goods cape, then, you know, you might have an issue there. But I like the sculpting in the hair. It's got nice texture to the plastic cape, and you can see it's a lighter color on the outside and then a darker color on the inside, and no textural, like the texture that's on this is not on the inside as well. So, but it's got some nice line work on the armor bits, and I really like that. I don't think I ever really noticed that in the comic art, with all the lines and joints and stuff in the armor. And they kind of tampoed some of them, maybe, sorta, but not all of them, and not all the way. So, oh, I did not notice there is a peg in her back, and there is a post on the cape as well. But the molded details go around to the back with the slight paint, whatever they're doing here on the front. It's just on the front, which I guess they go, oh, you can't see it because of the cape. And unfortunately, the hood is glued on to the head, so you can't remove that. So let's take a look at her articulation real quick. So Betsy can look up that high, and the head, it's on a dumbbell, so the neck is a separate piece. She can look down that far. She has some chicken neck. She's got a little attitude. She can do the full exorcist, and she's got some waggle. Now at the shoulder, again, like I said, this armor piece will move around with the arm. Watch, I said that and that won't do it. But there it goes. So you can get the arm around 360 degrees, but it is not easy. It's a fight with this cape, which again doesn't come off. So she can raise her arm up that high, which is a good bit past 90 degrees. There is a cut at the upper bicep, 360 degrees of rotation there. Double hinged pinless elbow, and it gives you that much bend, which is pretty good. And at the wrist, 360 degrees on an in and out hinge, and she has fists, by the way, an in and out hinge on the other side as well. She's got a chest. She does have a chest. She's got a cut where the chest and the abdomen meet. Gives her 360 degrees worth of rotation. She can lean left and right. She's got hula. She leans back that far and forward that far, so not bad. As far as the splits goes, she gives you that much of the splits. She kicks forward that far, and it's a little bit of outswing going on there, but not a whole lot. So about 90 degrees worth there. Back, not so much, about half of the length of her own foot. So cut at the upper thigh, 360 degrees of rotation there. Double hinged pinless knee gives you that much bend. There's nothing in the shin, although they could have snuck one in right there at the mid shin. A cut at the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and then she does have a pin for rocker. Now, as far as using her psychic butterfly, it is possible, although it is not easy. You literally have to pull the hair way out away from the head and stick the thing in there. And again, that's not an easy job, but it can be done. You just have to be patient. And that, my friends, is a look at the figure and her accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Marvel Legends Series box Build-A-Figure Waves Psylocke with the Marvel Legends Series Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure Waves Havoc and the Marvel Legends Series Retro Carded Wolverine. For our last set of comparisons, here we have the Marvel Legends Series box Build-A-Figure Waves Psylocke, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final ramblings on the Marvel Legends Series box Build-A-Figure Waves Psylocke, I have to say I'm really glad that Hasbro decided to do this version of the character. I know that most of the Psylocke love goes to the Quanon version, especially figure-wise. And a lot of people, especially if you didn't read the X-Men in the late 80s and very early 90s, you know, you may not remember this version of Psylocke, or even the previous original version. And you know, I'm not the biggest fan of her original costume, but you know, it would be nice to see that too, and definitely in a more Alan Davis style. But I like this one. The plastic cape, I'm not a big fan of plastic capes. The fact that this one is glued on, it makes sense in a way that it stays in place like it should. However, it doesn't move worth a crap because it's plastic, and it's thick plastic. I do like the fact that they gave it some textural detail on the outside, a different color on the inside. I wish the hood would have been removable. The effects piece, the second time putting it in place is a little easier than the first time. But how I recommend that you do that is to get the longer hooked piece in first. You take the head off, hold it upside down, pull the hair out, and slide that piece up and back as far as it'll go. The shorter piece goes in there pretty easily after that. And then be careful popping the head back on that you don't knock it out of position. But, you know, overall I like the look of this one. I think it does cut a nice silhouette for the character. I think the armor bits are new, but it could be from some of those figures that I hadn't picked up. Maybe a Lalandra or Deathbird, or I don't know, because I don't have those, so I can't tell you if it's reused from those or not. But I like the colors on this one. I wish there had been a little more paint rather than, you know, swirly twirly plastic for the armor bits, but it's Hasbro, and you know, that's, you know, you get what you expect from Hasbro. And you know, paint wise, I wasn't expecting a lot, and that's what I got from this. But I do like the hair. I think they spent a little bit of more time deco in the hair, which I don't think I mentioned earlier in the review, but I think this is a good version of Betsy Braddock when she was with the X-Men, especially during those Outback years. I think I've almost got the Outback team finished. I did miss the Storm, but eventually I'm sure it'll get a re-release, and then I will probably pick up that Outback Storm to finish things off. But we're still missing a good Outback Rogue. I mean, we do have the one that could be sort of part of that, but you know, the one that people think of most associated with that version of the team is the one with the, like, the half green t-shirt and the black total bodysuit and the green gloves and the green boots. I think they were green boots, and you know, her belts. But I don't know. I mean, I hope we get that version. It would be nice to have that version to complete that set. And of course, we still need the Colossus that goes with that set as well. And I'm hoping they do him more as a deluxe release and not a friggin' Build-A-Figure. But they'll probably Build-A-Figure it because they know how bad people want that figure. And that's the way they do things. So, but you know, again, overall, I like this figure. I do want to complete that Outback team. I have most of it, I suppose, and I didn't even really realize it. So we've got Havoc, we've got the brown Wolverine, we've got a version of Rogue that could be, you know, part of that. And who else? Longshot, Dazzler. So we're almost there, I think. A proper Rogue and the Colossus that goes with this team is what they have yet to make. So I hope they get on that. And I hope they offer that Storm as a re-release sooner rather than later. Well, that does it for the review, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.